I'm Billy Lyle, former IBF middleweight world title challenger and the owner of the Sweet Science Boxing and Fitness Gym. This video is going to cover basic boxing techniques. I'm going to teach you how to stand, how to hold your hands, how to move your feet, and how to throw basic punches, your basic jab in your straight right hand. And here to help me with the demonstrations is Junior Olympic champion boxer, Joseph El Dynamo Rojas. So anybody that walks in my gym on day one, and we're getting started, they've never boxed before, the first question I ask them is, are you right-handed or left-handed? So Joseph, are you right-handed or left-handed? Right. He's right-handed, okay, so all my demonstrations will be geared towards right-handed boxers. So if you're left-handed, I'm sorry, it's not right, but every demonstration in this whole video series is going to be geared towards right-handers, which is okay. You'll just have to reverse everything I say as we go along. So first thing, Joseph, first thing I want to do is have you find your boxing stance. If you're right-handed, you're going to put your left foot forward and your right foot back. One good goal mark I'd look to do is have them line up the heels. It's not always an exact science, but that's going to get you close to your proper technique. Now, obviously, anybody that's watched the Rocky movie, we know, put your hands up. So hands up, good. Now, when you have your hands up, you wouldn't want to stand like this. I don't want to make my stance like this. I'm giving too much surface area. So I kind of want to turn to the side so I'm a smaller target. Good. So hands up, good, giving a good angle. Now bend your knees just a little bit. I want just a pinch in the knees, good. Now in my stance right now, I want Joseph to have 60% in the back leg, 40% of the weight in the front. You want to have a little bit more in the back leg in the front, but you don't want to overcompensate it and lean backwards. So, most important punch in boxing we're going to learn right now is the left jab. In order to throw that left jab, Joseph, I want you to bring it out and turn it over just like a corkscrew. The knuckle comes over, I want to hit with full surface area and straight back to the chin. One mistake a lot of people do with the jab is when they throw the jab, they have a tendency to bring it down, which leaves them open for counter shots. So straight out and straight back. Straight out and straight back. One, one, one. So that's an excellent jab. Now, again, when you throw that jab, you want to make sure you don't tomahawk down, you don't backhand it, and you don't paw down. Straight out, straight back. But one thing he could do to make the jab a little bit better is Joseph wants you to push off that right toe when you throw the jab. So that's where the power on the jab is going to come from. Pushing off that right toe as you throw the jab, simultaneously. One, 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 one. Excellent. Now, if your opponent's close, you're going to push off that jab and just stick it. And if he's farther away, you might need to take a step when you jab. But no matter what, you always want to push off that toe as you jab. If I were to say 1-1, that would just be 1-1 again. That's the double jab, which is very important in boxing, and later video series will explain more about the double jab, the ways it's used and why it's used. When you throw the double jab, for now, just realize after you throw the first jab, you want to bring it about halfway, 3/4 back before the second one. I don't want to just flick it because there's no power on it. Somebody could just walk right through it. But I don't want to bring it all the way back because it's going to take too long. So I want to bring it about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way back and then jab again. So 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. Now take a little step with the 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. Excellent. 1, 1. 1, 1. Good. So that's a very good jab, and that's your basic left jab. Now we're going to get into the basic straight right hand. So if you're right-handed and you're going to get in a fight with one of your buddies, you're probably going to throw the straight right hand. You're not going to try jabbing them. So to throw the straight right hand, it's very similar to the one. Again, you turn the knuckle over. And that's called the 2. 2, 2, 2. Good. And you see when Joseph throws that 2, he brings it straight back to the chin. Now, how to get a little more power on the 2. Like anything in life, the power is going to be in the legs. I don't care if you play baseball, if you play golf, if you play tennis, the power is always coming from the legs. Same with boxing. So, you want to imagine your calf, your hip, your butt, all the way up through your arms is one straight line, And when you throw that 2, you want to just twist the hip. Just turn it. So ideally, when you land that 2, you're flush facing your opponent. You can almost think of it, you know, as turning the hip. That's going to be the focal point of the 2. That's where the power comes from. The power is in the hip. I've seen guys throw a 2 and they turn the toe and foot and they throw a great 2. And I've seen guys throw excellent straight right hands and they just do a little turn of the hip. The power is going to be in the hip right there. The hip and the shoulder. 2, 2, 2, 2. Exactly, very good. So when he throws that 2, he brings it straight back to his chin. Now, one thing to watch out for with the 2, almost everybody has a tendency of doing it. When they throw that 2, they want to lean over a little bit. You don't want to lean. You never want to lean over when you throw the 2, okay? Here's my stance, here's my height. I'm just turning the hips, turning the shoulder. If I fall forward like this, I get off balance. Joseph, go ahead and let's give an example of the wrong way to throw it. Go ahead and fall forward with that right hand, 2. Now look, the rule in boxing is you never want your weight above your front knee. Because if your weight's above your front knee, number 1, you have no balance, right? I could push him off balance. Sorry about that, bud. Give me that bad right hand again. Number 2, you're an easier target to hit, right? And number 3, Joseph, in this position with your head over your knee, could you get any power on any of your punches? There's no power. So, thank you, Joseph. So, no balance, easy target to hit, no power. So make sure when you throw that right hand, you're not falling forward over that front knee. Has his heels lined up. Now, with the back foot, it's gonna vary a little bit exactly where the back foot goes, but for a good starting point, I want this back foot at a 45. I wouldn't want to have it like a right angle, and I don't want to have it directly forward. So about a 45-degree angle with the back foot. Now, we're in a boxing stance. If you want to move forward, front foot first. If you want to move to the left, left foot first. To the back, back foot first. And to the right, right foot first. So whichever way you move, that foot is going to move first. And here's the reason why. If I'm boxing with Joseph, get over here, and I move to the right and move my left foot first, watch what happens. I cross my feet. So if my feet are crossed right now, I have no balance. So if Joseph were to hit me with a punch, I'm going to fall right on my butt. Same thing this way. If I'm moving to the left and move my right foot first, again, I have no balance. So number 1, if he hits me, I'm going to fall down. Number 2, how could I hit him? My feet are crossed. Also, another important thing to remember, as you move your feet, you want to keep the same proportion. If I'm moving my left foot first, and I move my left foot 3 inches, I can't move my right foot a foot, and I cross them again. So you keep the same proportion. If I move my right foot 2 inches, my left foot 2 inches. You always want to stay on balance, whichever way you move your feet. Thank you.